Today I discussed the types of algorithm in CPU scheduling. In earlier classes, I discussed that what are the CPU scheduling and what the basic concept of this algorithm and what are the scheduling criteria. In this lecture, I will discuss the types of algorithm which comes in CPU scheduling. There are basically there are two types of CPU scheduling algorithm. Firstly, your primitive and non-primitive algorithm. Just a minute. We can say that it is a primitive, this one, and non-primitive algorithm. Firstly, we have to understand what is primitive algorithm. Primitive algorithm is a like CPU can be taken away from the running process, or we can say that the tasks are mostly assigned with their priorities. ये तो हमें पता ही है. Sometimes it is important to run a task with higher priority before another lower priority task. Even the lower priority task is still running. The lower priority task hold for some time and resume when the higher priority task finishes. So we can understand this like we have some state which is your ready state, and we have running state. Then for processing, we have to move our tasks like from ready to running. If running is executed any task for a minute or for a 2 minutes, then it will preempt for some time. If then higher priority comes, then it preempt the lower priority tasks. In this preemption scheduling, we work like this. In non-preemption algorithm, it's similar. It is running like ready queue task move to allocate some CPU, and it is in comes under running state. Once a process has been given the CPU, then CPU can't be taken away from the process until the it terminates. जब तक वो terminate नहीं हो जाता, हम CPU उससे नहीं लेते. Like example, in daily life, we are like I am teacher is a like a processor, or we can say that CPU, and students having tasks like process. We can say that these are the process, and each student has 5 question, and teacher CPU has allocated one by one. like अगर हमारे पास 5 बच्चे हैं तो हर एक के पास 5-5 क्वेश्चन है, तो जो CPU है लाइक टीचर वो मूव करेगा हर बच्चे के क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए. उसने क्या क्या करा, क्वेश्चन जैसे आस्क कर रहा है तो उसे करने के लिए. तो अगर एक बार से 5 बार अगर हम पूरा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं, देन हम दूसरे बच्चे के पास जाते हैं, फिर हम तीसरे के पास जाते हैं, अनटिल द 1 के पास गए. जब तक 5 पूरा नहीं कर लिए तब तक हम क्या करेंगे, सिंपली जब हम 5 पूरा कर लेंगे और हम फिर नेक्स्ट सब पे जा रहे हैं, फिर थर्ड पे जा रहे हैं, फिर फोर्थ पे जा रहे हैं, तो ये हमारा जो वर्किंग स्टाइल होगी वो नॉन प्रिमिटिव होगी. ठीक है. अगर हम सिमिलरली इसी एग्जाम्पल को इन प्रिमिटिव केस में ले, तो अगर हमने सिंपली हम 2 बच्चे के पास पहले ही बच्चे के पास गए, हमने उसके 2 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया और फिर हम तीसरे पे चले गए, ऐसे ही उसके हमने 2 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया, ऐसे हम 2 पे आ गए. So the switching of a task is happening in the primitive because of priority basis. Like higher priority will respond firstly, then the lower priority, and it preempt the process from the working stage to waiting state, or waiting to ready state. It's working like that. So in this we can say that what are the algorithm comes under this primitive algorithm and non-primitive. In primitive algorithm we have like shortest remaining time first. We can say that time first is next first. SRTF is SRTN, first is next, shortest remaining time next. We can also say that longest running time first job, LRTF, and round robin and priority base. In this, round robin and SRTF is very important in the exam point of view, and in non-primitive, FCFS is first come first serve, SJF shortest job first, and LJF longest job first, and RN highest response rate next, and next category is multi-level queue, and in one category is missing here, multi-level feedback queue. And priority is working both preemptive manner or non-preemptive manner. And in this primitive, I told you that like round robin and priority is, and also SRTF is very important. But in this non-primitive, SJF, FCFS, and in ये multi-level feedback queue and multi-level queue is simply asking like theory questions, or maybe conceptual based. So we can detail you about this topic. And firstly, you have understand this. If we have any task like in ready state, and I am allocating like P1 to CPU, and it entered into the running state, while it finishes its work, another process P2 has come and it has higher priority, then P1 is preempt from this position to this position. Like this position to this position, and again like P3 comes, then P2 preempt if P3 has higher priority. So preemption of a work is done in preemptive scheduling algorithm, but in this it's not like this. If P1 is working, then P1 has burst time, like exist time is 20 minutes, then it will perform till 20 minutes. After that it will execute or terminate. So I hope you can understand now what are the terms preemptive and non-preemptive scheduling. Now come to the as definition part. Non-primitive is once a process is allocated the CPU, it does not leave unless it has to wait or it terminates. जो मैंने अभी बताया आपको, सेम इसी preemptive में OS can force preempt to a process from a CPU at any time because of higher priority. ओके लाइक मेरे किसी बच्चे बहुत ही अच्छा बच्चा है, मैंने उसका टास्क पहले परफॉर्म कर दिया भाई, उसको हमने एडवांटेज दे दी, या उसके पास एक ही क्वेश्चन था, तो हम क्यों उसको 5 क्वेश्चन का वेट कराएं, हमने उसको एक पे ही परफॉर्म करके उसको सॉल्व करके दे दिया. तो दिस टाइप ऑफ प्रोसेस वी कैन से दैट प्रीएम्प्टिव प्रोसेस. So in this scenario I have seen you have seen that like FCFS, this one comes under non-primitive algorithm. So we can firstly, now I will discuss this first come first serve. What is first come first serve algorithm, which is comes under in non-primitive algorithm? It is a very simplest algorithm and very easy to perform, or basic we can say that it is a basic type of algorithm. We can easily understand this. Okay, what are the type of this algorithm? There are number of algorithm in non-primitive, but in this we read this first come first serve. Short form is FCFS. It is a very easiest and most simple CPU scheduling algorithm. It is a type of algorithm, the process which requests the CPU gets the CPU allocation first. जिसकी रिक्वेस्ट जैसे आती है उसको हम अलाउट करते हैं. द प्रोसेस इन द ऑर्डर ऑफ दे रिक्वेस्ट. ठीक है, द प्रोसेस विच रिक्वेस्ट द CPU गेट्स द CPU allocation time. And the scheduling method can be managed with a FIFO queue. FIFO queue, first in first out, जो जैसे आएगा वैसे जाएगा. The request which comes first, they perform first. So that like when a process joins ready queue, it is linked to the tail of FIFO queue. When the CPU is idle, the process at the head of the FIFO queue is allocated the CPU and deleted from the queue. So now come to the one question I discuss in this first first serve algorithm. You have understand first, we in the question we have given this process ID, like process ID just a minute, wait. Yes, process ID or process number, arrival time, burst time, and completion time. So we have to find this completion time, TAT time, turnaround time. In earlier video I explained all the terminology related to scheduling criteria. So we simply focus on how to solve this type of algorithm if come in the paper. So in process number we have given four type of process: P1, P2, P3, P4. In as they arrive as arrival time: P1 for 0, P2 for 1, P3 for 5, P4 for 6, and burst time as given there. So firstly in this question we have to make a Gantt chart. How to make this Gantt chart is very important as per question, and as you know this is non primitive algorithm, and इस पे हम we focus on the arrival time, at which time the process come in the ready queue. So we process into the Gantt chart. So simply see in this question, like we P1 has 0, P2 has 1, like 0 means at the point 0 P1 arrive. So we simply make this make this P1 entered as 0. There is no other process entered at 0, so we write this P1. So P1 simply burst time is what? 0 to 2. We put that 0 to 2. Okay, like here I put that here we put that 0 to 2. Next P2 comes at now we have to see that at the stage of 2, like arrival time 2, what process is entered. In that we have seen that 0 is already arrived, P2, and only P2 has arrived because its time is 1. So 1 is less than 2, so that means it arrived while working at P1. So next time we entered into we write P2 in the Gantt chart and add the burst time, like it has P1 has 2 and it started as 2, and burst time is 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. Now we have to check again the ready queue. What are the process comes in the ready queue, like time 4. At time 4 what process comes? At process no process comes. Only P3 has 5, which is not. So for one time cycle process, CPU will at the stage of idle. CPU रेस्ट पे रहेगा, एक स्टेज वो आइडल पे रहेगा. वी हैव टू मूव ईच प्रोसेस फॉर वन साइकिल, बट add on the burst time and next move check the priority, check the time, arrival time at which the process comes. If comes, then add the burst time, simply write the value. Next P3, we move 5. At 5 what process come? P3 come. So P3 has 5 plus burst time, 5 plus 3, 8. Now we simply put in the Gantt chart 8. Now next at the point of 8, this process finish. At the point of 8 we have left P4. So simply write P4 and add the value 8 plus burst time of P4 is 4. Simply add, put 12. This 12. So it is very important to make Gantt chart at this Gantt chart we can write CT, what are the completion time of each processes. So make the table. Again we put this value here also after solving this Gantt chart. Okay, now simply we put this value like P1 at what time completed, entered at 0 and it completed at 2. So we simply write here 2. Okay, you can see here in below diagram, like we have put that P1 has 2 and P2 has 4, P3 has 8, P4 is 12. At 12 it is finished, at 3 it is finished. Okay, so at turnaround time is CT minus 80. This is completion time minus 80. So we simply put the 2. 2 is P1 and arrive कब हुआ था 0 पे, तो 2 minus 0 is 2. और ये कब हुआ था 4 minus 1 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. 12 minus 6 is 6. So simply turnaround time is this. Now waiting time formula has turnaround time minus BT. Turnaround time we find this, and now burst time minus it. Then we have this type of value 0, 1, 0, 2. And RT is CPU response first time minus arrival time. CPU response time मतलब P1 response कब मिला 0 पे और arrival time का था 0. 0 minus 0. P2 कब arrive हुआ था 2 पे और कब उसको P2 1 पे अराइव हुआ था और उसका रिस्पॉन्स टाइम क्या था 2 पे, तो 2 minus 1 1. 5 minus P3 कब आया था 5 पे और उसका रिस्पॉन्स कब मिला था P3 को 5 पे, तो 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, now P4 is 8 minus 6. We have got in this non-primitive it is not important to find out RT, because this RT is similarly to waiting time. It is very important in primitive type of algorithm. Here we only find out what is waiting time. बहुत ही कम पूछा जाता है इन द दिस फर्स्ट कम सम कि व्हाट आर द RT. इज सिमिलर टू WT. व्हाट आर द वैल्यू इन WT? इट्स सेम एज RT. वी हैव टू अनदर वैल्यू एवरेज वर्क टाइम एंड टर्न अराउंड टाइम. एवरेज वर्क टाइम सारे को सम अप कर दो, वेटिंग टाइम कितना है उसको सम अप कर दो, 0 + 1 0 + 2 उसको डिवाइडेड बाय कितना काउंट है 4, तो ये हम कर दिया. ऐसी टर्न अराउंड टाइम को क्या किया 2 + 3 + 3 + 6 divided by 4 is 3.5. So I am discussing this first come first serve. I hope you can understand the basic point of this first come first algorithm. Similarly we have another question. You can solve this and response me if you not understand any topic related to first come first serve algorithm. It is very easy, very important also. It asks in AKTU papers, but it is you can try to solve. If not if you have any type of doubt you can ask it. Thank you.